this can't be the only way. Room's ladder 6. There's nothing here. It's a fucking dead end. God damn it.
There must be war. God wills it!
Sir Chucky. God wills it. What it do, bro? Figured I'd play a little bit. Yeah, looks like ladder 6 would get me to the wires, but everything else, fuck. Flooded, oh man. Desolate. What am I here? Ruined? Rotted? Center. Flooded. Desolate. I don't know. I'm not even in the ruined fucking area. I thought I was. Not much, man. Got the PS5 for $290. Well, that's a fucking steal. Hell yeah. Dope. I got my digital version for, I think it was $400. It's fucking. It was like $350 or $400, I think, when I got it. So that's a good deal. Wires. Wires. Son of a bitch. I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go. So I'm in the 6th right there, but it's just a little room. It doesn't mean shit. Maybe I have to go turn the cube now? But getting back there is gonna be a pain in the ass. How the fuck do I get back there? How you liking the game? I'm liking it. I like it a lot. It's it got way better as the game went on. Like the first area in the town where you're like running through the fucking the streets and breaking the windows and, you know, going into old establishments and shit like that. I was like, ah, don't tell me the whole game's like this. And then it just got darker and deeper, more claustrophobic. Like it just got better and better. And then you get to use your weapons more. There's more enemies. Then you start to figure out how to attack certain enemies. I don't know. The progression into the deeper you go, this I guess the progression was really subtle and it's just a fucking very very subtle, very great build up. I don't think anything was rushed at all. I think like the deeper you get into the game, like the more horror vibe it becomes, like the more hesitant you become to like fucking progress further. You're like, oh shit, man, like, oh, do I want to keep going? Like it's gonna get darker, and it's getting darker, and and the theme just kept steamrolling, but very subtle too. So it's like you start off, you're like, it seems kind of boring, and then you go into the apartment and it's just like, oh cool, oh shit, oh things are getting tighter, closer, darker, literally like no light in this room, that room, the hallway, it's getting harder to see, and then the music starts to cue in that wasn't there at the beginning of the game, and then oh god, like it's a masterpiece of everything working for like a horror type game. And I think I said the same thing about the Dead Space remake. I didn't play any of the Dead Spaces or Dead Space games other than like I think Dead Space 2, but I only played like 6 hours of it, like at the very beginning. I don't know, that was a long time ago. But that Dead Space remake, just like it was great from head to toe. And this, you can't really compare the two because but I think the similarity in both of them is just that subtle buildup of dread. The further you get into the game, not necessarily the harder it becomes, it's just the deeper into madness you go. And it's just, fuck. The more you progress into the story, the crazier it gets in terms of like madness. And it's great. Like I think this game is just like a fucking slow spiral into hell so far. Like from what I've experienced in this game, it's like you start at the top, you're like, it's kind of boring. You're doing this, you're doing that. Okay, there's these enemies, it's weird, and then you go slow, and then it slows down, and you're going deeper, but you don't realize it. You're going deeper into hell, and you don't fucking realize it. It's so subtle. The music fucking changes, and then it gets darker and more grim, and then more dread comes in, and then you're just like, holy fuck, I'm just like, I just keep going down and down into the depths of hell. Like this is fucking great. Like the way they did it. And like I said, I've never played any Silent Hill game, but the subtlety in how, all of a sudden you find yourself, you're like, where the fuck am I at? Like, I'm in the depths of hell. Like, this is fucking crazy. Like, how did I get here? Kind of thing, because it was so subtle. As you progress through the story, it's not like one thing you change, you're like, oh fuck, I'm here. Oh nah, you just go to the next fucking part of the town, and you go here, and then before you know it, you're in one of the circles of hell. And as you progress, you just keep fucking descending and jumping down into another circle of hell, and it just becomes, bro. So that ladder, see, I don't get that. Okay, where's that ladder coming from? Flooded level map? Ladder 6, this is where I'm at. Ladder 5 not gonna do shit. 5 gets me to a blocked wall. Oh, no, it actually doesn't. It leads me to another room, goes out a door, and then comes around. Alright, so let's go back to ladder 5. since this is basically a dead end. I like these kind of horror games that make you think twice about continuing on. Like Callisto Protocol, it was good, but as far as like horror, like as far as did it make me think twice about continuing? Not really. The Dead Space remake, definitely had me like, fuck, the further I go, the worse it's gonna get. Should I continue? And I'm like, yeah, I gotta. It's just a game, you know what I mean? But like the fact that it makes you think that, and this game is like that. It's like, fuck, dude, do I want to play this? Do I want to get in this dread mode or mood? Do I want to fucking suffer kind of thing, like mentally while I'm playing this game? Like this game puts you into that headspace to where like, do I want to feel this kind of fucking emotion while I'm playing this tonight? Shit, you know. And that's what I like about like great horror games. They will make you think twice, kind of, you know, as you go further, it's just gonna get worse. So, you know, you gotta kind of put your head in the right space. That's why I love the stream, bro. I never play these games myself. Yeah. Yeah, they're if I mean just I think I explained it already, but I'm telling you, like this kind of game, like before I start streaming, I don't just fucking let me play it, fucking go see what happens. At for me, I get into it, man. And when I'm gonna start the stream, like even an hour before I start the stream, I'm like, okay, what was I doing the day before? How was I feeling? In this part, where the fuck did I have to go? Like I think about all that, and then the more I think about it, I don't think about it too much, but the more I think about it, I'm like, fuck, I remember how I felt last night playing this fucking game. And I was like, I felt like fucking, it was just dread. It was hopelessness and, you know, and that shit. And I'm just like, you ready to feel that shit again? Because we haven't beat it and we're going to beat it. So let's go. So I have to like mentally prepare my mind just for a little bit, you know, just, you know, recapping in my head what I did the night before or the stream before or whatever. And I'm just like, all right. And to be honest, I'm never fully prepared because like when I start the stream, I'm like, man, I'm not in that mode because the game makes you get in that mode. So I'm just like, or that mood, right? And so, and I'm like, I'm not gonna feel it entirely until I fucking get into the game. Fucking start it, you pussy. And so I fucking start the stream. Let's go. You know, can't hide now, kind of thing. So I kind of forced myself to get back into the dread, but I'll only do that if I really like the game. If I didn't like the fucking game this far in, I wouldn't continue playing it. I'm be like, it's this is boring, that. But I like the fact that it makes me think twice about starting it. It's like, oh, dude, this is fucking real dread shit. Let's go. And like I just mentioned 3 games. Like this one, Dead Space 2 or the Dead Space remake and maybe Callisto Protocol that I've ever felt like, oh, and the other one was Visage. I'm like, do I fucking really want to fucking feel that emotion? Come on, I just want to play games kind of thing. But when it's good and it's well done, and the fucking OST, the ambience, the fucking slow, the build up, the fucking just the way the game looks as you traverse through it, the mechanics. If everything is good, I want to continue playing it for sure. Yes, here we go. I finally found the way, because last night I felt like I was just aiming wanderously for like the last 20-30 minutes. It's like, I don't know where to go. Where am I going here? Alright. I don't even remember where I picked up those wire cutters. Whew. $21. Shit. And we go deeper. Fuck, of course. We're going down in a fucking black hole round. Evil Within and Evil Within 2 were really great as well, as like because they presented themselves with like a lot more combat in those games, but they were scary as fuck, dude. Evil Within 1 was holy shit, and part 2 also. I feel like part 2 was a lot more like combat evoked and cinematic, but Evil Within 1 was fucking spooky, dude. They did good. Alright, so what does it look like now? It's a triangle with the plus. That's what it is right now, right? I thought Let's save. Maybe it's already set and I don't have to go anywhere? Or flip anything? Now I need it. I'm not even in the ruin area. I thought I was. So, yeah, I still got some game left. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't even fucking matter. Oh, shit, boy. Sean, send me a list of your favorite horror games. I know I've watched some of them on your stream, but I hadn't heard of some that you mentioned right now. Maybe you played them. Yeah, I definitely streamed. I streamed them all. The ones that I mentioned, I've streamed them all. I'll just fucking tell you right now. I guess horror games that make me feel dread definitely was Evil Within 1 and 2. Dead Space remake. This one for sure. PT demo. Outlast 1 was really good. Massage. And Paranormal Activity. There's a list. Like the ones that I'm like, oh, and then for sure the Resident Evil remaster, the part 1. Dude, I don't know what it is about that game, but maybe it's like rooted in my childhood when I first saw what it was, and then playing it. So when I played the Resident Evil remake when it came out on Steam, I bought it immediately for like $20 or something, and then I played it, and I got like halfway through, and then I was like, I don't want to play this no more. Like I was like fucking scared and shit, and I was already like at my house, you know, or at my apartment. Like I was already a fucking adult. Like that's how that game was. With Jill Valentine, oh, weird camera angles throw me off big time. Yeah. For Resident Evil, is that what you're talking about? The camera angles in Resident Evil? It just makes it so fucking spooky. You go through a door, and then all you can see is like 5 feet in front of you until you pass like the cusp of that area, and then the camera changes, but you don't know what the fuck's in front of you. So it creates like a very good sense of panic. And that game came out fucking like what, 30 years ago or some shit? Shit. 22 years ago. Rotted area, desolate area. How do I get to the flooded area? How do I get to the ruined